Hello, everyone. First, on behalf of the Catawiki company and on behalf of the STEMS category, I would like to thank everyone for your presence for this first presentation. I would like as well to thank a lot the PTS organization and Isabel, who have done together a very, very important work in such a very small time because of the situation we all understand. Right now, the presentation is going to be in three parts. The first part is going to introduce you to the Catawiki company. And then we're going to speak about what brings all of us, which is passion. This is the DNA of the company. I will introduce you the STEMS team present today. And then we will finish with some nice story and as well tips about the best behavior to buy on internet. So let's start with the company. Catawiki first is the most visited curated marketplace in Europe for special objects. It's more than 65,000 objects on our platform every week on all the 22 categories we have that have been screened by more than 24 experts present in-house experts present in our company. It leads to 10 million unique visits on a monthly basis on the website or on the application. And this is 45 countries represented on our platform to sell and to buy special objects. And for us, it's always a pleasure. Now, let's speak about our story. In 2008, René and Marco, they were looking for comics. They are passionate about comics. This is why I just said before that the DNA of our company is passion. They were looking for comics over internet and just realized that it was so complicated to find something. So they have decided to create what will become this company, Catawiki. Then in 2011, we held our first online action, and it worked so well that in 2014, we were very proud to welcome our 100th employee in Catawiki. Then after that, everything is history. 2015, we received a large budget from investors and we grew very, very fast to reach in 2019 more than 6 million objects sold on Catawiki. Then I will present our passionate experts. Mark Foden, who is our expert for UK and Commonwealth. Atanasio Soriano, who is an expert in Spanish stamps. Manuela Sara Sorani, who is an expert for Italian stamps, but as well part of the expert for the Sorani expert house, the most important expert house in Italy for the Italian stamps. And I am Nicolas Pereira, the category manager for the stamps and postcards category. And as well, my field of expertise is France and colony. So now, what is our DNA? It's our passion. We are passionate. We are passionate. We want to help collectors to develop their collections, whatever the level of it and the type of collections. And we want that in the best way and in the best environment. This is really the goal and the target of the whole group of stamps and postcards experts. We have all started as collectors and we are still collectors. This is what it makes us very passionate. We all have a dream, our group of experts, having a market where it is safe to buy and collect, physically or digitally, high value stamps and or small value stamps. But we really are seeking for the best environment for everyone. We have all experienced those last couple of months, of course, the consequence of the COVID. And the community needs more and more security as it moves more and more to a full digital market. Now I will let Atanasio speak about a very nice story about what can happen on our platform. Please, Ata.
Thank you, Nicolas. Hello, everyone. Well, let me share with you an example of how we feel the passion as well as the collectors. This stamp depicted in this slide was included in a batch with other low-value stamps from Spain. At the very beginning, we realized that this is not a normal postmark for this first Spanish stamp, and we asked the seller to remove it from the batch and to submit it separately in another lot with better quality images. When we studied the postmark and we were able to identify the city where this postmark were stamped, we realized that there is only known 15 to 20 copies of this first stamp showing this stamp. So it is a really rare postmark to be found nowadays. We managed to auction the stamp, and it reaches 800 euros in auction. So we have a really happy seller and of course a really happy buyer who were able to add this rare stamp to his advanced collection of the number 1 of Spain. So this is an example of how we as experts at Catawiki share the same passion of our users, both sellers and buyers.
Thanks a lot, Atanasio. This story has happened twice actually with another stamp founded in a batch with a very particular postmark, and it shows how much we are passionate and the time we spend on making sure we don't miss anything. Then, as I said, since a couple of months, the physical stamps market and even the community has moved differently to the digital market. We all know that until the COVID situation, the physical market was trending and moving and shifting to the digital market, but very slowly. But since a couple of months, we have experienced a very fast move, and this is a fact. For many collectors, the physical market is still very important for a lot of different reasons. But then sadly, the COVID situation is still running. And during the period of the whole lockdown in Europe, collectors, they were still searching and looking for their stamps because they have a lot of time. Then they developed their knowledge on how to buy on internet. Therefore, we saw the number of new collectors coming to the digital market growing very, very fast. And then the whole industry grew their business into the digital market. In conclusion, the shift between physical to digital market is moving faster, but then new market environment mean as well different problem or risk. And this is where the expert value is increasing and is becoming more and more important, making the digital market a better place where the stamps and the passions comes before bad behavior driven by financial purpose, as we have all been witness. This is what is the most important for us, for the passionate and for the community. In the next part of our presentation, we will give you some tips from our experts on what are the best behavior actually to have when buying on internet. Because on internet, you can't touch the stamps. You can't put the back of the stamps under a light, or even you can't take your magnifying glasses to check or control some things on the stamp. So the way you buy on internet is not the same, and therefore you can't have the same behavior. There are a lot of different ways to understand if the risk is high or low, and I will let Atanasio to speak about a couple of examples on what to be careful about when buying on internet. Ata.
Thank you again, Nicolas. Let's begin with those high-value stamps we find online with not any reserve price. Some of the bidders and of the collectors may think that it is an opportunity to buy this high-value stamp for a low price. However, it is recommended to have a better view on these stamps because they may hide some fault, some reparation, or some authenticity issues. We can see, for example, this high-value Spanish stamp from 1852 that normally, if in perfect condition as the one which is depicted and fault-free, could reach a price of 10,000 euros. However, if we have a close look to the stamp, we find that this is one of the most common forgeries found online at this moment, which is called a Seki type forgery. Still, we can see how these stamps are listed on online auctions without a proper description, and we can see as well how bidders push hard for these forgeries. So we must doubt about a stamp that has a high value in the market but has no resale price online. Let's move on to the importance of the images provided by the sellers. It's important to ask sellers to provide high quality images, because only with high quality images we can really have an idea of the real quality of an item. If we check this German blog and these high quality images, we can find that there is a stain spot between the figure 1 and the figure 9, and maybe it's another thin spot in the lower left corner, just in the hinge zone. So we must also doubt on items that shows blurred images or far images, and it's better to ask the seller to provide higher quality images to really have a better view of the item we want to buy. And now let's move to manipulation or on the condition of the stamp. We usually find online stamps that are not well described regarding the condition. In this example, this stamp is described as being mint never hinged, but if we have a close look to the stamp, it is regummed, as we can see in several zones of the sides. And this regum probably has been done in order to hide foxing and a thin. So we must also be careful about this bad description regarding mint never hinge, mint hinge, or mint no gum when buying stamps online, and again to ask clarifying images to really have an idea what we want to buy. Instead, it's not clear. And all these behaviors are important to take into account when buying online, together with others that now my colleague Manuela is going to tell us about.
Thank you, Ata. Hello, everyone, and it's really a pleasure for me to be here with you. So in this slide, you can see that there is a manipulated stamp, and in particular in the upper corner on the right, there is a reparation, and this reparation was repainted by a pencil, green pencil, to hide the reparation, so to complete the frame. There is also close to the center a hole that was closed with paper, so it's another reparation. So as my colleague Ata said, it's very important to upload good images to check better if there are and detect the tricks. So in the next slide, we can have and see the importance to have a reliable certificate. Always good seller propose stamps with expertise. So for any kind of collector and also dealers, it's important to submit their stamps to trustable expert and to have and to give these stamps to reliable expert is an important part for the business. All around the world, we know that exist important expert association and single experts too. And it's also important for the business in stamps to know the different signature and the position of the expert's signature. For example, in this slide, there are shown some signature that my studio in Milan appose on the back of the stamps. For example, there are on the low the signature that means mint never hinge, or on the other opposite side in the corner it means used, just to make a short example. So how can we learn to understand the different signature from different expert? Well, it's important to go on a website, to participate to Philately forum, to make a change with our collectors and dealers, and also to attend a weekly meeting at the local philatelic circles, if possible. And so this is becoming more and more necessary for increase the knowledge of for any philatelist. Also, philatelic literature plays an important role to improve the personal philatelic culture. Thank you.
Thank you a lot, Atanasio and Manuela. Before we go to the question and answers part, I would like just to conclude on the importance of having the right behavior and thinking about why, for example, we have these 10,000 euro stamps without any reserve price. Why suddenly the back of the stamp, the picture of the back of the stamp is not as high resolution as the front of the stamp. All those little things should make you think yourself why it has been done like that, and maybe it's to hide something. So that's why Manuela was really focusing on the expertise and the gaining knowledge as well. For a long time, we have put the experts outside of the center of the stamps collections. And it is now important to realize that experts are here to help and to make as well the market better. It is important to make sure that your passion will stay a passion as well, in the right way and in the right environment. I would like to thank you, the whole group, and now we will start with a question, if you have any questions. Before that, I would like to thanks a lot to the marketing department, Tatiana and Anna, who helped us a lot to prepare the virtual Stampex. It is really a chance to be part of this first edition. This is something new in the stamps market, in the stamps history, and we are very proud to be part of it. And thanks to Anna, to Tatiana, but as well to the PTS and Isabel. Thanks a lot. Suzanne, really great presentation. Thanks a lot, Suzanne. Suzanne is just congratulating us, and thank you, Suzanne, for your phrase. That's very well appreciated. We are all here to make your collections developing in a better way and in the best environment we can. I don't see any other question. I'm sure that you all have some questions. Of course, if after this presentation you want to contact us, we are in booth A, sorry, I will put the A16. We mark for them Manuela, Ata, and as well our customer support, Dandy Mandal, and other account manager will be very pleased to answer your question. We have as well some nice discount and vouchers for people that have never been part of, never been a member of Catawiki, and we will be very pleased to speak to you directly after that.